George, good to see you this evening. And again, I'm going to kick this off. And again, I appreciate everyone for being here with us this evening for our Monday night mindset and business building tips. And I have two incredible ladies here with me this evening that can't wait for you to hear from. But before I introduce them, I am going to give out some shout outs for recognition. And, we have 24 hours, about another 24 hours before the month ends. And I want to congratulate everyone. We are having an incredible month of January. Incredible month of January. It's actually, we're up. Again, we're a public company, but we're up. Let's say we're up over 15 to 20% this month, okay? So again, you guys have done a phenomenal job out there in the field. I know last week now, when I'm on these Zooms sometimes, if I say something wrong, put it in the chat, because last week I said Paradise Punch, and I wanted to say Frost, and I wanted to give the shout out to Sarah Bolson. Again, she's over 40. So again, I wanted to make that right this week. Sarah Bolson has over 40 tubs of the Frost sold. And now let's shout out to our customers for our top 10 customer gatherers. And again, leading the board is Stacy Mayo. We have Jessica Strickland. And hey, give Jessica some love in the comments. I mean, Jessica just ranked up to platinum a couple of months ago. So Jessica is not a diamond, a black diamond, a royal black diamond. Some people say we have to have a large organization to be able to achieve our trip to the Dominican Republic. So it's not true. Jessica's crushed it, and she's won the trip on points with over 2 months remaining. So everyone give her some love in the comments. Jessica Strickland is number 2 on the board. We have Team Elevated number 3, and we have the wonderful Gabrielle Merle. She's always on the board. We have Carrie Cotis. We have Donna Starkley. We have Miranda Dutchlet. We have Marilyn Scott. Hey, Marilyn's representing. She's on the Zoom this evening, and she's on the top of the leaderboard. And we have the incredible Erin Frenzy. And I may have pronounced that wrong. Erin, don't slap me, but Erin Frenzy. And she's also on the top of the leaderboard. And that's for customers. And again, 24 hours left. We have brand partners number 1, Lisa Patton. We have Michelle Matuniak. Hey, Michelle, Lisa. We have Gabrielle Merle. Look, that's what I call leadership in action. She's on top of the leaderboard for customers, and she's also on top of the leaderboard for brand partners. We have Sherry Jenkins. We have Nicole and George Moiston. We have Marianne Watson, Carrie Cotis again, both leaderboards on top of customers and brand partners. We have Mercado Consulting. We have Trisha McCoy. And we have Janelle Sam for prospecting, for partnering with brand partners. So again, everyone give them all some love in the comments, please, because you heard a couple of those names twice. I mean, let's give everyone some love. But when you're top of the leaderboard for customers and on top of the leaderboard for brand partners, you are definitely leading by example. And so without any further ado, I am going to introduce our 2 superstars. Why I'm so honored to be on this Zoom with these ladies this evening, because they represent what our business is about. Both of them, they don't have lots of experience. They got started with the Happy Co. And my mentor always says, Brian, success leaves clues, because I saw them at convention. I saw them at convention together. And they say life-changing decisions are made at events. And they've come out of convention and they're on fire. I can't wait to introduce you. Marilyn Scott is from a tiny town in Texas called Hilton. And when I heard this was like, for me, I just couldn't believe it. Marilyn is a mom of 2 twin 13-year-old daughters. She has stepped into that leadership role, and leadership isn't given, it's assumed. Marilyn has assumed the leadership role. You know, she's working closely with the incredible Melissa Lucas, and she stepped into the leadership role. She just took the bull by the horns. And one of her business partners who she's partnered with is Ashley Nicely. And, you know, saw Ashley at convention. What I love about Ashley is she is so positive. She is so uplifting. She's always smiling. She's always happy. She's always energetic. And I don't know what's going on between Marilyn and Ashley, but I said this was a match made in heaven because Ashley's also a mom with two twin girls and a son. So Marilyn's a mom of two twin girls, and Ashley, her business partner, is a mom of two twin girls, and Ashley also has a son. So without any further ado, I'd like for you to hear what they've done closing out the month of January and taking this momentum into February. And without any further ado, I'd like to turn the call over to the amazing Marilyn Scott. And Marilyn, please take it away and let everyone know a little bit about you. And I saw you at convention. I know you came out of convention focused and determined. Just tell me what's happened for you and what are you doing here with the Happy Co?
Hey, so thank you so much for asking me on here. I feel so honored to be asked to speak to you guys. It's funny because I feel like this word leader keeps being thrown out there and I've never saw myself in that light. And then here I am doing that. It's crazy to me and I freaking love it. It's so fun. I have been with the Happy Co for just over 3 years. And I fell in love with the products. I really wasn't looking for the business, but I couldn't stop sharing it. And I just ran with it from there. I love all the people that I get to work with. Like working with you guys is what sets my heart on fire, like seriously. So thank you for having me. When we left convention, yeah, like there's nothing like convention. Convention just puts you out there and gets your mindset in a way that makes it so you just want to run. So I don't know who else out there left convention on fire, but everything we learned, I feel like the people that were there picked it up and just ran with it. So if you guys were at convention, put a 1 in the comments. Like it was fire, right? Yeah, it was so good. Like all of you, I'm sure felt the exact same thing. Like, okay, now I'm just going to take all this stuff that I learned and I'm going to run with it. And that's basically what we've been doing. Like, I feel like I am reaching out more. I'm making more conversations. I feel like at the end of this month, I've really been focusing on putting my genuine self out there, which has been a struggle for me because for me, I'm not one that likes taking selfies or posting videos. But I've started doing it and it's become second nature. And I feel like it makes such a difference. So look to your leaders, what they're doing. If they're doing videos and you see that they're making traction, do videos. Like if you're hearing people's stories, put them in your pocket and share them. These stories that people share are so impacting. People love that. So I don't know what else to share. I was telling Brian, like, I don't think we're gonna be able to talk for very long. Like this is so not my forte. So I think that I am going to just go ahead and pass it over to, if that's okay, Brian, is it okay? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to Ashley Nicely. I can like edify the shit out of her because, because she is freaking amazing. Like this girl is on fire. She is her genuine self every single time she shows up. She is her. And she inspires me every single stinking day. Like, she's amazing. So Ashley, what you've done here is so beautiful. She hit gold this month for the very first time. Like watching her hit that has been so fun. Like watching her have those updates and like messaging me and being like, oh my gosh, like you guys, it's so fun being able to run with someone that has become one of my best friends. We actually met in a mom group. So when I had first started the business, they had talked about, you know, join the groups, kind of like they talked about at convention, join the groups, get involved, make a post. Well, I did that. And Ashley saw my post and we started messaging each other. And I was like, I think I have something that can really help you. And like, seriously, now she's like my best friend. So get out there. and do the dang things that they're telling you to do, because you're going to meet your people out there. You're going to meet your tribe, and you are going to run with your pants on fire. So Ashley, take it away, girl.
I freaking love you. I just love you so much. You're amazing. I could do the same. I think what we've created is just, it's so powerful, and I think it's contagious. And I think that is a lot of why people are happy and people are wanting to win with us, because we have just created this vibe. Like you said, your vibe attracts your tribe, and it's out there. You just have to find it. Like, it took me 2 years almost to grow a team that was the right team. You know what I mean? We went through some people and we went through some things that just until we found out what we were looking for, you know what I'm saying? So it's just been an incredible journey, and I honestly could not have done any of it without any of you top leaders, or any of the leaders within the group, really. Brian has been there for me. You have been there for me. Melissa has been there for me. I'm not afraid to reach out to anybody within the organization. It doesn't matter. Like Erin and I, we talk all the time. The one that Brian just shouted out a little bit ago, we talk frequently. And when we were talking today, I thought she was like way up here, because I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? So whoever you can vibe with and run with within this company, just just do it. Like Marilyn said, you have to connect with yourself. You have to take the hard out of it. It's not hard. We are given all of the tools that we need to succeed in this business. And I think the biggest thing that we do is we get away from that. We're like, oh, I've been doing it for so long, I know what to do. Well, yeah, you know what to do, but are you doing it the right way? Like, we have a script. The reason we have a script is because the script works. Like, I tell people all the time, it's so easy to word vomit, especially like the biggest mistake that I made in the beginning is, oh, that's my friend, I don't have to use the script. But it is so much easier to word vomit on a friend, and you don't even know it. You get so lost in the conversation. So stick to the script, use the tools, pay attention to what other people are doing, and like Marilyn said, just kind of run with it, because that's how it's done. Like, you don't do the opposite of what you need to do to succeed. If you see something's working, you generally do it, right? So that is my biggest takeaway from this month, is to be there for your people, and to your fire is contagious, whether you know it or not. Like, it should always be going, it should always be burning, and you should run with the people that want to run. And that's what I have to say.
Well, Marilyn and Ashley, give them both some love in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Give them lots of love, because they deserve it. Give them a lot of love here in the comments. Come on, give it up to them. They deserve it. And you know what I love about what you said, Ashley and Marilyn? You've been here for 2 years. And you said something that was extremely important. And for me, is what my mentor told me. He says, Brian, just commit to the process. Commit to the process. You're overthinking this. That was me when I got started. I didn't commit to the process. You mentioned, Ashley, use the scripts word by word. Just because they're your friends, don't change the scripts. Is that what you said, Ashley? Okay. And so what she's saying to you is golden. Those are golden nuggets. Because if you commit to the process and take yourself out of it and just be the messenger and not the message, you're going to be successful here. And it was great when we got on the Zoom here this evening, Ashley. I asked you, I said, let me give you my bank account, because, reaching a level of gold is something that we should all aspire. I mean, it's just a stepping stone. She's gold, and I know she told me she was going to shoot for platinum. She's running through the end of the month. She's not stopping here. She says she wants to put another $3,000 of volume so that she goes into the month of February with momentum. Now, most people would take their foot off the gas and say, oh, I've made gold, and now it's time for me to kick my feet up and bring me a beverage over here. I've made gold, and put the crown on, But Ashley said, no, I am keeping the pedal to the metal. I am finishing up this month with more customers and more volume so that I can go into the month of February with that momentum. And so, again, Ashley, you remind me so much of me. And I told you that when I sent you that message, because when I came into this industry, I didn't have success quickly because I wasn't building the business correctly. It was my fault until I met my mentor, and he says, Brian, get out of your head. You're in your head too much. Stop being the superstar, Brian. No one cares. They care what's in it for them. So when I got out of my head and I committed to the process and utilizing the tools daily, my business started to skyrocket. But what happened when I started teaching my team to do that, that's where the magic happens, because that's where the duplication started taking place. So again, I appreciate you for jumping on. I know, Marilyn, I appreciate you. You ladies are rock stars. I saw you at convention. And you always hear, we're not just saying convention are where leaders are born. They came out of convention with the purpose, and they came out of convention on fire. And again, I'm so honored to be in business with you because, my mentor told me when I got started in network marketing, I came from a successful business background, and he says, Brian, your past is either going to help you or your past is going to limit you. Now, for me, I thought about that for a minute. I said, wait a minute. He said, your past is either going to help you or your past is going to limit you. And here's what he meant. I had a talk with one of the leaders just a few days ago, and we were talking about their business. And I said, tell me what's happening in your business. And I said, tell me who in your business is hungry that needs this business to work. Tell me who in your business is hungry and needs this business to work. Because what my mentor was telling me, he says, Brian, your past can limit you because you can come into this business and say, well, you're successful. You don't have to do this. You could always fall back on your traditional business and say, you're okay. And he says, that would limit you. Then there are people that come into business not with that experience, and that limits them, right? Because they say, well, am I good enough? Can I do this? I've had this and I've had this, and they're pulling from their past experiences instead of what? Looking forward towards the future. And so I picked that up immediately. Your past is either going to help you or your past is going to limit you. Because if I'm speaking to one person on this Zoom this evening, if I only reach one person tonight, I feel that I've done my job. How many of you on the Zoom this evening are holding on to your past? Instead of wiping the slate, the past is that's why they call it the past. It's behind us. We have a future in front of us. Now, how do we take advantage of that? My mentor always said, take a deep breath and just commit to the process. Who cares what people think about you? Now, that was me. I came in this industry, and in the beginning, I was like, well, what are they going to think? That was me. And until I put that in the past and look towards the future, I wasn't able to grow, because that's where the growth took place. The growth didn't take place in the money that I made. The growth in Ashley this evening isn't in the amount of the bonuses. I'm going to give her my account. She just made an extra $1,300, and I told her I'm going to give her my routing number and my account number because hey, you know what? That's a sizable amount of income on top of her customer bonuses, on top of her organizational bonuses. It's a sizable amount of income. But that's not what I'm excited about for Ashley. You know what I'm excited about? It's because of what she's becoming in the process. You heard the confidence in her. You heard her say, I wasn't utilizing the scripts. Because they were my friends, I was maybe saying too many things. Is that what you said, Ashley? Okay. And so what I would like for all of you this evening, if you take anything from what these two amazing women has shared with you, commit to the process. You know, I was having a conversation with a friend just a couple of days ago, and my friend told me I was lucky. Oh, Brian, you're so lucky. And I said, wow. It seems like everything you do, it seems like it goes okay for you. I mean, you like go through life like I'm perfect. And I said, you know what? Everything you've seen me do is made possible by what you didn't see. I said, if you want to make it big, it takes years and years of things that no one else sees. This is what I told him. So you're going to do things years and years and years of what no one else sees. And I shared with them, I said, you know, I can't believe you said that, because success is made by what you do when no one else is watching and cheering for you. So what do you do when no one is cheering you on? That's when you become successful. When you're deep by yourself, you're going through those peaks and those valleys, and no one's rooting for you. That's when you become successful, because you know what happens? I shared with them, you know, I said, you know what, that's interesting. You say that because people see my wins. They always see the wins. They, oh, you're so lucky. And I said, you know what they don't see? They don't see the hard work, the sacrifices, the late nights, the early mornings, the setbacks, the rejections, the doubts. I've had them, the determination that makes winning possible. You know, many of you might be sport fans, but winners aren't made when it's game time. You know, you see a professional athlete and they make the winning shot. That's not why they're making the winning shot. It's the preparation. Winning is from the desire, having a dream, having a vision. Some people don't have a vision. How can you go forward in life when you don't have a vision for what your future could be? And when you have that desire deep down inside, you pull it up, and that's what's going to make it a reality for each and every one of you on this Zoom. I'm going to end this Zoom by saying speed and consistency are far more powerful than perfection. How many people do you know that want to get into business? They want to know everything. They want to know every number in the comp plan. They want to know, how do I do this? How do I say this perfectly? That's not how you become successful. Speed. You probably heard the saying, speed kills, right? Okay. Speed in this business doesn't kill, it fills your pocket. So speed fills, okay? Speed fills your pockets with income and success. So speed doesn't kill, it's more powerful than perfection in our industry. Speed. How quickly are you going to share the products? How quickly are you going to share the opportunity? When are you going to get out there and just scream from the top of the mountain of what you have? Because what you each have, I know what I have. I knew what I had 30 years ago when I came into this industry. I said, this is the greatest thing that I've ever seen in my life. You mean I can connect with a few people, connect with a few people, connect with a few people, and it's just a matter of time before it happens for me? Ashley is a perfect example of that. Connect with a few people, connect with a few people, connect with a few people. And she said, finally, she met her tribe. See, consistency is harder when no one's clapping for you. You have to clap for yourself during those tough times. You have to be your biggest fan. See, I became my biggest fan during those times when no one was clapping for me. I became the person that was clapping for myself. And I'm going to end this Zoom. I was looking at my notes a couple of days ago, and I remember this speech where my mentor said, he says, Brian, there are 7 key things to get things done. 7 key things. He says, number 1, start. How many people? You got to start. You can't get anything done unless you start, right? And then he said, that's number 1, start. He says, number 2, don't make excuses. How many people make excuses of why they can't do something or why they should have done something or this came up? Excuse. He says, don't make excuses. Number 2. Number 3, he said, celebrate the small steps. So when you achieve something, celebrate it. Celebrate the small steps. Number 3. Number 4, ignore the critics. Let me say that again. Ignore the critics because they're out there. I was talking to a couple of leaders today and I said, you know what's interesting? Sometimes the enemy is from within. And what did I mean by that? He said, sometimes the enemy is your family. Critics. Sometimes the enemy is your best friend who wants you to remain where they're at. They don't want to see you escalate your life. They want you to, they want company, right? What are you doing? What are you talking about going? What are you talking about traveling the world? What are you talking about buying cars? What are you talking about? So ignore the critics. Number 5, be consistent. Be consistent. Consistency, and no matter what you do, is going to either elevate you or it's going to do the opposite. If you're doing the wrong things consistently, you can't achieve success, right? So again, I go back to Ashley. Doing the right things, saying the right things, utilizing the tools. Be consistent. 6, be open. See, that was important for me. Be open to loving, constructive criticism. Don't take it personally. Because sometimes that will hold you back when someone's trying to help you and you might take it personal. But the only reason, see, what I've learned that most leaders do, they're willing to put themselves out sometimes to help you, even though it's uncomfortable, because they want the best for you. So they're not criticizing. They're saying, hey, I want you to achieve the results that you desire. So how about we do it this way? Be open to that. That's number 6, be open. And the last one is stay positive. There's a lot of negativity out there, right? Stay positive. If you can wake up every day with a smile on your face and a pep in your step, that's attractive, right? That energy is attractive. So we have 24 hours left. It was my honor to be on this Zoom with you this evening and share. You know, we're always going to celebrate the success of all of you here in the Happy Co. And I wanted you to hear from Ashley and Marilyn this evening. Why? Because their stories is what this business is about. It's about each and every one of you on this Zoom. I would love for each of you to finish out this month, next 24 hours, and take that energy and that passion into the month of February. I want you to get so loud and get so excited that you could care less what people say, what people think you're crazy, whatever. You know where you're going. You know what you want for yourselves and for your families. And that's how you're going to succeed, by the lives that you impact. But if you don't open your mouth, if you don't scream loud, you can't impact lives. So again, I appreciate each and every one of you. Love you each. It was my pleasure for being here on the Zoom this evening. I look forward, and I want to let everyone know, we're going to have these Zooms, but I'm getting ready to take off in about a few days. I'm going to be flying back over to Bali. Okay. And so, you know, I'm sharing that because that is what this business allows you to do, ladies and gentlemen. It allows you to work this business. Now, if you would have told me 30 years ago that I would be able to do that, I wouldn't have believed it. But what I did do is I stayed consistent. And when the naysayers, and they were my friends, they were the closest people I know, remember saying the enemy is sometimes from within. And that was one of the friends that said, I'm lucky today. One of the friends I introduced 32 years ago to this industry. Isn't that amazing? Okay. So again, appreciate all of you. Everyone have a great evening. Next 24 hours, take the momentum into February. Appreciate you. Everyone have a good night. Good night, everyone. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Goodbye, everyone.